Tonight on News 5 Live, a murder suspect is found dead near Pachacan. Edwin Marin was accused of killing his former common-law and her mother. In Belize City, a mother and daughter are charged for obstruction when they refused to turn over surveillance footage in a murder investigation. And more motorcycle fatalities over the extended weekend. All this and more coming up in the next 60 seconds.
El Patio Grill has been using Belize Bank for over 25 years. We only use Belize Bank at our restaurant. That's why we were able to win this trip to Europe. I had never been to Europe. We found out it was Madrid and we were excited, and We went to this football match. The teams reached before the game and everybody was just outside, you know. You can't explain, the noise just roared like 3 blocks down the street, but when you got in there and you saw 70,000 people in there, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it was happening. I had to pinch myself to make sure it was real, you know, because it's a one-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd say. My lucky plus one was my son. He's 18 years old, so he was really excited and he enjoyed it as well. He said it's his best trip ever, so it's a priceless experience that we got. Belize Bank has always been there for me. Whatever transactions or whatever I need to do, they're always there for me. I would recommend everybody to use Belize Bank. It's the oldest bank in our country and they continue to do their best.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, October 15th. I am Sabrina Daly. Tonight, the suspect wanted for a double murder in Corozal town a few weeks ago has been found dead. Police officers made the grim discovery of Edwin Marin's lifeless body on Monday night in a remote area near Pachacan village. Marin was accused of fatally shooting his ex-common-law wife, 21-year-old Disha Hill, and her mother, 46-year-old Natasha Clark. The tragic incident occurred on the morning of September 9th, after a heated argument between Marin and Hill over the custody of their 2-year-old daughter. During the confrontation, Marin allegedly told Hill he would return after she refused to let him have the child. After the deadly shooting, it was believed that Hill had escaped across the northern border into Mexico. There's also speculation that Marin's murder might be linked to cartel activity. Here's Commissioner of Police Chester Williams with more details.
Last night, the police in Corozal were called to the vicinity of one of those illegal border crossing area. Upon arrival, they encountered the lifeless body of one Edwin Marin, a person who was wanted for a double murder in Corozal town and was being sought by the police for a couple of weeks now. Initially, we got information that he had fled the country to Mexico, and he was being sought both in Belize and Mexico for the purpose of being charged for the double murder in Corozal. But his body was found right on the border crossing area with injuries consistent with him having been beaten to death. That's a matter that the police is looking at this time, trying to verify if he was killed in Belize or in Mexico side and was dragged over to the Belizean side. So we're looking at it. The body was found in Belize, and so it is going to be reflected on our murder stats. We certainly will require some assistance from the Mexican side in terms of the investigation. So we're just going to coordinate with our Mexican counterpart on that matter.
We had heard this individual had interactions with the cartel, the much spoken about Caborca cartel. Might he have been killed by them?
That is a possibility. It is one of our suspicion as well. But in the absence of empirical evidence to that effect, we just have to look at it as a murder and investigate it to see exactly who are behind it.
Luis Camara and his 17-year-old son Johan were safely returned to Louisville, Corozal on Friday after being kidnapped by a Mexican cartel in the Subteniente Lopez area of Quintana Roo. This morning, the Commissioner of Police provided details on the incident and expressed growing concerns about cartel activity near the northern border. Compal Williams also mentioned that police operations in the Corozal district have been significantly ramped up.
from what we have been made to understand, that kidnapping did have to do with the cartels in Chetumal, and we are happy that the outcome is what the family and the entire Belizean society had hoped for, that these two individuals were returned home alive. I can say with certainty that the family, the father and son who were kidnapped, from our records, they are not persons of questionable character. They seem to be outstanding people, and so that had puzzled us as well in terms of why would they have been kidnapped. But nonetheless, we're happy that they have been returned home alive and well to their families. And again, Belizeans going over to Mexican side is something that we have to look at and decide on our own if it is that we want to go or not. The cartel issues in the Chetumal area is certainly intensifying. We maintain our strong presence in the Corozal and Orange Walk districts, in particular along the irregular border crossing area. Our northern operations have been very, very effective in keeping the cartels and the operative at bay. It is not to say that our efforts cannot be infiltrated, but I can say to you and the Belizean people that it is going to take a lot for that to happen.
The rise in cartel activity near Belize's border with Mexico is becoming a major worry for Belizeans traveling to the neighboring country. This concern was highlighted in a recent survey by Viking Strategies. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams shared his thoughts on the poll's findings.
The fact that we have increased accessibility to social media will certainly increase the population ability to be able to get news or to hear news, and will make people concerned. That is a good thing. It's not something bad. And I do, contrary to what you may think, I do embrace the polling. I think that the concerns of people is legitimate. If a crime happens in a community, the whole community should be concerned. So we cannot take it as something negative. I think that the fact that more and more people are aware or are concerned of crime, it is going to have them participate more in terms of preventing crime. So I certainly support the poll, and I see that something positive, and we'll see what we can do to work more closely with the public. And if you notice what we have been doing with this fourth quarter of this year, I have pressed upon my officers to do more community policing outreach.
A mother celebrating her 51st birthday feels that she and her family were mistreated by the Belize Police Department. The trouble started when she couldn't provide surveillance footage to help with an investigation into a recent murder on Reggae Street, leading the police to break into her home. Things escalated on Friday when she and her daughter, 29-year-old Adila Abdullah, were hit with criminal charges, including obstructing a police officer and aggravated assault. This morning, Delcia and Adila walked to court to face separate charges related to last week's murder of Floyd Hyde. Delcia is relieved to be out on bail after both mother and daughter were jointly charged with obstructing a police officer. Commissioner of Police Chester Williams explained what took place.
Our investigation team was in the area canvassing, looking for evidence. There was a house in the area that have surveillance camera. The police went there, and they refused to cooperate with the investigators in terms of getting the surveillance footage. I was contacted, and I told the police, get a search warrant under the Indictable Procedures Act, which states that the police can go and search and confiscate any evidence that can be used in a criminal investigation. So on the strength of a search warrant, the police went to the house. The police were there with the search warrant to execute the search for the evidence that we needed. And they refused to let the police in. I told the police again, jump the fence and go in. The police did so, and they were able to retrieve a SIM card that had the recording, but they had deleted the recording from the SIM card. So we are applying to the court today to get a court order to search the SIM card. We do have the equipment to be able to retrieve whatever was deleted from that SIM card. We have the equipment to retrieve whatever was deleted. But we want to make sure that we do everything in accordance with the law. And so I have said to them, make sure that they get the court order where the court will be giving the police the authority to enter the SIM card and retrieve what is there.
The allegations against the mother and daughter are that on Thursday, October 9th, 2024, at Reggae Street, Belize City, they obstructed Corporal Francisco Martinez while he was performing his duties. They pleaded not guilty and wanted to explain their side, but were told to save it for later. Both insisted they were innocent. Adila also faced a separate charge of aggravated assault for allegedly assaulting Detective Constable Jaira Alvarez, a female police officer, during her duties.
The police had came to our house and opened our door to get to our cameras, but we went to the news and told them that we told them the camera was working, right? And I think because we went to the news, when we came home in the evening, they came and they arrested us. So we were thinking it's because we went on the media. No, because we felt that we were being unjustly treated because I had told them the camera wasn't working. It's not like I didn't tell them.
Okay.
You understand? But they still, I think they came and they were under the influence of alcohol. Because when I was talking to them, I could smell the alcohol, right? And then when I was telling them, I guess they didn't want to hear what I was saying. Or maybe it was an ego or whatever. I didn't know what it is, or some demonic spirit that brought them to my house.
Okay.
Because since the murder happened, they keep coming to me. I'm not the one who did the murder.
How long ago this murder happened that they're asking you about a camera?
It was like the Tuesday of last week.
Okay.
Right? So they came like the Wednesday and the Thursday until the Friday.
And when they came to your house, what exactly did they say?
They said, this last one that came, well, the first one that came, they asked me if the camera is working. I said no, and they said, okay, Miss Duncan, went about, right? And the next day, another lady came and she identified herself as CP Gotoy. And me and her was talking, and I told her the camera isn't working, and she asked me if I know the lady person, and I said no, I don't really know her personally, but I know she lived here, and she with her sons, and she asked me like if I know the man. I said I don't know the man. I said, to be honest, mommy, I didn't even know they had a murder until my neighbor tell me they had a murder, right? I said, but I said I see the man, and so then she said man released from jail, and I said oh, okay. So she asked me if I know the lady have any other man, if you want do the man something. I said no, really no, mommy. I said because the lady, as far as she kept to herself, so I got to keep to myself, you know. And she said okay, well thank you, and she got over the business. So the next day, you know, when I see the next truck come and then they hear me, I said, where did they hear me from, you know? So they only said mistake of the so I said, what to me? I said, I explained to me, I said, when I come on the step, I got arthritis and my knee hurt me. So they said, I said about the camera, I don't tell them already, because people don't come out when I tell them about the camera, they don't work. So the camera is up there, but it's not activated. You understand me?
Okay.
So anyway, I got inside and I shut my door. By the time I shut my door, my little grandson said, ma, then it jumped the fence. So I said, jump the fence. And by the time I jumped the fence, the police went to my house. I hear ring, the button on my door. You understand me? So we start the video and tell them, well, jump the fence and button on the door. You understand me? So when I come inside, look wrong, and something more, they send it up to electronic device, I guess that DVD, whatever. They come and say, I don't have no electronic device because the camera hook up. So when I still carry my SIM card, but you know, don't receive my SIM card. So out of the camera. And then when they done, they said thank you and go on the business. I said thank you, me. Right? I said because you should me thank me for the time I tell you the camera work, I want your business, not your blocking at my house.
So
and deprive me of my liberty to my property.
Santiago Siao Jr. was laid to rest in City River on Saturday afternoon. The former police officer passed away last week after battling a debilitating bone disease caused by a fall he suffered while on duty. Following his death, there has been a public outcry, with many criticizing the Social Security Board for denying his invalidity claim.
I would first start by expressing our sincerest condolences to the family of Santiago Siao. That's a police family. The father and all the sons joined police, and we still have two of the sons with us. One working at CIB in Belize City and the other one working here at the academy. And I must say that they're very resourceful people, quite knowledgeable in what they do, and so we're grateful to them. It's a rather unfortunate situation, what happened to him. And again, it underscores my point earlier in respect to Social Security. I don't know what was the basis for Social Security not honoring his claim, but if it is that he got injured on the job, which in fact he did, he got injured on the job, then certainly Social Security ought to have honored his disability claim. Now, note the police officers or public officers in a whole. Many a times we get injured on the job, and because at that particular moment we don't feel any pain, we think everything is okay, we don't go to the doctor. And when the effects start to affect you 2-3 months down the road, and then you go to the doctor, then Social Security will say, well, this can be an on-the-job injury.
A child fell into a canal in Belize City this afternoon, and authorities have yet to confirm if the child survived. The incident happened on Sopal Street around 3 p.m., drawing a crowd of people who tried to find the child using a stick. Authorities soon arrived to assist in the search. We're still waiting for more updates on this situation. Coming up, 2 prisoners escaped during transportation to prison.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. When young, we feel time stops. In adulthood, we often wish it would. And in our old age, we wonder where time went. Little does man realize that truly he is living in the fast lane. Scientists tell us that the surface of the earth rotates at about 1,000 miles per hour. The earth is orbiting the sun at about 67,000 miles an hour. And our solar system whirls around the center of our galaxy at 490,000 miles per hour. That is not all. Our Milky Way is hurtling through space at 1.3 million miles per hour. You may stand outside on a bright moonlight night, look up into the sky and think the world is stopped. But the scientist and the godly person knows better. We're not only being hurtled through the heavens, but from here to eternity. What we do here determines where we will spend eternity. This is why the Bible says in Psalms, teach us to number our days and recognize how few they are. Help us to spend them as we should. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
They'll name you 100 reasons to step back. But when you achieve your goal, they will follow you. Gorilla, make some noise.
Are you leading the way in sustainable development? Protecting mangroves is more than a choice. It's a responsibility. The Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge is your platform to showcase designs that harmonize development with nature. Let your innovation shine and help preserve Belize's mangroves. Register by October 15th, 2024. Visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org to learn more.
Coming up, a food odyssey like no other. Getting the most out of cruising. St. Lucia's Peaks, boosted businesses, serving up the best, a great place to rest, another take on shrimp. It's all next on this station.
Sbarro, the original New York pizza you know and love. Sbarro's extra-large pizzas are handmade fresh daily with San Marzano-style sauce, 100% whole milk mozzarella on a hand-stretched 17-inch dough. Available whole or by the slice, so you can simply fold, eat, and repeat.
Tell me, what about I want today? I recently done a Red Gal video. I get more views than Harriet. And you know one person had the nerve to post that I don't not even a Red Gal? I mean, like, what that mean anyway?
Well, here what about me? Every time I go buy meat pie, and I go, so, nothing in there. Nothing.
So this is my issue. I over 18. I don't want no one artist. And you could believe my man still expect me for wash dishes? Look at time for that. I don't know for
dishes?
Yes.
And you, sir?
Well, I don't really got their kind of problems, you know. Ever since I switched to DJ and signed up for my unlimited postpaid plan, life stress-free. Nothing bother me or my connection no more.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
A tragic accident occurred on the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway in southern Belize on Saturday. A vehicle collided with a motorcycle traveling in the opposite direction, resulting in the death of 17-year-old Christian Guerra, the motorcycle's driver. Assistant Commissioner Gilberto Romero mentioned that the police are investigating the incident, including whether Guerra had a valid driver's license. Meanwhile, the vehicle's driver, Ezequias Vasquez, has been detained as part of the ongoing investigation.
On Saturday, the 13th day of October 2024, there was a fatal road traffic accident between miles 2 and 3 on the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway. Police visited the area where they saw a motorcycle with extensive damages. Also seen was a Dodge Ram pickup. The motorcycle was driven by Christian Guerra, and the Dodge Ram was being driven by Ezequias Vasquez. Christian Guerra was taken for treatment where he succumbed to his injuries. Ezequias Vasquez is presently in police custody awaiting charges reference this fatal road traffic accident.
Another motorcyclist lost his life over the long holiday weekend. This time, a mishap occurred just like the other incident between a vehicle and a motorcycle. It happened on Sunday on the San Antonio Road in Orange Walk and claimed the life of Edgar Gongora. Police say that the driver of the Mercury 4-door vehicle, Enrique Maldolano, has been served with a notice of intended prosecution while the investigation progresses.
On Sunday, the 13th day of October 2024, there was a fatal road traffic accident at San Antonio Road in Orange Walk. Police visited the area where they saw a motorcycle extensively damaged and a Mercury 4-door car with damages. Information is that Edgar Gongora was riding his motorcycle when he attempted to overtake the Mercury car driven by Enrique Maldonado, and he hit the front portion of the car and caused him to lose control of the motorcycle, caused him to fall to the ground, and he received injuries. He was taken to the hospital for treatment, where he succumbed to his injuries. An investigation is being carried out into this fatal road traffic accident.
Tonight, a family is reaching out to the public for help with the medical treatment of 77-year-old Crisanto Chub, who was hospitalized after a hit-and-run incident. On October 11th, around 2:30 p.m., Chub was crossing the road in Bella Vista Village when he was struck by a passing motorcycle. He had been visiting his stepson, Jose Scholl, who quickly rushed to his aid. Chub is now receiving care at the Carl Huster Memorial Hospital in Belize City. Scholl, who is staying at the hospital to support his stepfather, provided News 5 with an update on Chub's condition.
It was hit by a motorcycle. Somebody told us, "Oh, where is that guy?" Well, he went away. He only hit my stepfather, and he left him there like animal. But he mentioned to us that we can carry him to the hospital, so we carry him at that same night. And while they treat him there, and the ambulance care us the Southern Regional Hospital in Dangriga. So it's all about a week now. So just yesterday we came in Belmopan to do the to check in the crack. My stepfather is getting old. He's 77 years. So the doctor tell me that as a person is getting old, the brain is getting smaller. So there is a place in between the skull and the brain where the blood is stayed. So they are going to treat him with some medicines. If not, well, they will be doing surgery to take out the blood that is bruised inside. If God touches their heart, they can contact me with my number. My number is 668-5144, because I am the person doing my best to support him. Like I mentioned, there are old people. My mom has a cataract on her eye, and they always struggle. So that's why I felt what happened to him, because I cannot do all the things to support my mom by myself. That's not I'm saying that I'm not helping, but like I mentioned, I cannot do it all. So this is what touches me. So that's why I'm sacrificing myself to be with him.
2 prisoners pulled a classic escape trick, freeing themselves and making a break for it while being transported to the Belize Central Prison. Their taste of freedom didn't last long, though, as now they'll face additional charges. The police are scratching their heads, trying to figure out how they managed to escape while supposedly handcuffed inside the vehicle.
On Friday, police were escorting several prisoners from Belize City to the Kobe Foundation in a pickup truck. Upon the pickup slowing down at mile 8, 2 of the prisoners jumped out of the vehicle and ran off. One was immediately captured, and Angel Garcia ran away and escaped on the John Smith Road. Several police units were deployed to the area. They searched the entire area, and sometime around 11:30 p.m. Angel Garcia was captured in the John Smith Road. He was taken into custody and will be facing charges of escape.
On Sunday, a woman's house and vehicle in Guinea Grass Village, Orange Walk, were shot at by 2 men on a motorcycle. Thankfully, no one was hurt. ACP Gilberto Romero told reporters today that the police are actively searching for the 2 suspects.
On Sunday, the 13th day of October 2024, Adalmit Chan reported that she was at home at Guinea Grass Village when she heard loud bangs and realized that someone was shooting towards her house. She made checks and saw 2 persons on a motorcycle who fled from the area. She made checks and saw a bullet hole in a vehicle that was parked in the yard, and also a bullet hole in the house. We have identified 2 of the suspects, and we're looking for them. They are from the Guinea Grass area.
A man is recovering in the Northern Regional Hospital after a machete fight broke out on Saturday while he was hanging out at a friend's house in Orange Walk Town. Luis Espino came out of the brawl with the worst injuries and had to be hospitalized. Today, ACP Romero informed reporters that the suspect is currently in detention as the investigation continues.
On Saturday, 12th day of October 2024, police visited the Northern Regional Hospital where they found Luis Espino with chop wounds. He reported that he was at a house in St. Helena Street in Orange Walk Town with a female. When the Kamalov, the female arrived, and they had an altercation. Both of them then got machetes and they attacked each other, and Luis Espino received the injuries. The person that came to the house, the Kamalov for the female, is Emerson Wade. He is presently in custody, and Luis Espino is in a stable condition. We are conducting interviews and we will review the case to see if any charges to be levied.
After the break, in tonight's episode of Culture Tuesday, using Creole culture to teach lessons. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate
for the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
Not every child alive meets their needs to survive. So for 75 years we've kept up the fight. Let the way wear your voice, 'cause you should have a choice. Dedicated to helping our girls and our boys. And we must stand together for every child. You have the right to live, have the right to learn. You have the right to feel respected and heard. You have the right to dream, treated equally. We let them see that you have the right to be free. You have the right to be safe. You have the right to be loved. You have the right to be anything you dream. You have the right to be. Yes, we keep on demanding our leaders will stand for you, our future. We can't give in. Step aside, no, we won't. Everything we devote to our children, the ones who need it the most, until we make a difference for every child. You have the right to live, have the right to learn. You
bad day. I just needed...
It's here! The biggest sale of the year. Get ready to find your happy place at Builders Hardware with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Whether you're a professional contractor or a DIY enthusiast sprucing up your home, we got unbeatable prices that will put a big smile on your face. Now is the perfect time to give your wall a fresh look. Get 20% off paint and a whopping 25% off paint supplies. But wait, there's more. From our stylish light fixtures to fans and AC, we got everything you need to elevate your space. Now at 25% off. And for the finishing touch, check out our wide selection of tiles, where you will surely find the tile to match your style, all at 25% off. Plus, with 30 to 50% off selected items, you will find what you need at a price that will surely make your pocket smile. We also sell sand and gravel, blocks, roofing, and so much more. Yes, you can get all your materials from construction start to finish right here at Builders Hardware. Don't miss out on our happy deals. Tell your friends, tell your family. Come visit us, save big with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
We think our customers are awesome!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
No one captured it better than the late Leela Vernon when she sang about the misconception that Creole people had no culture. Though she's no longer with us, her song left a powerful message for the Creole community to reflect on and change that narrative, leaving a legacy for future generations. Today we were delighted to meet a young Creole man dedicated to preserving and passing on the richness of Creole culture to the next generation. In this week's edition of Culture Tuesday, News 5's Marian Ali sits down with Wilford Felix, a proud Creole man who is teaching his young daughters the value of their heritage. He does this through the vibrant Creole language, sharing folkloric stories and even playing the traditional gum drum to sing Creole songs. Marian Ali reports.
This one, yeah, that about three friends.
Three friends?
Yes, in here the three friend thing.
The three friend thing.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
All right, you have to listen to the story though, right? Sit properly and listen to how Daddy tell the story, right? This story are near the three friend thing. What you near?
The three friend thing.
All right. Once upon a time. Then they got three friends.
Then we got three friends.
Here what their name. Big head, big belly, and snipey foot.
Wilford Felix made the most of his daughter's sick day from school by jumping into some Creole folklore with them. He read them enchanting stories that have been passed down for over a century.
So Big Head end up gone up on the tree. He shake the tree till his head drop off. Because he had a big head, so his head drop off. Big Belly, he start to laugh and he laugh and he laugh and he laugh till the Big Belly bust. Snipey foot, for he foot the maga saw. Snipey foot, he run for go carry the news. For he foot drop in our cassava hole are broke. But before the foot broke, he drop our pin.
Okay.
And guess what happened?
What?
The pin bend in your foot. And if the pin never bend, the story no may end.
The Creole advocate says the stories are oftentimes meant to entertain, and this one was all fun for his two little girls, Callie May, age 6, and Imani Ann, 5 years old.
Not only are the stories fun to tell, but stories often convey an important message or lesson. And it's an intrinsic part of the culture to convey that information via stories to captivate the audience and essentially not give the lesson in our boring way. And especially when you transmit that information to picnic, they will tend to remember what story than if you give them a direct instruction.
Did you like that story?
Yes.
You never like it, but you may like it. What you may like about it, baby?
I like when the kid drop out.
And why you never like about it?
Because it's so sad, because I don't like when people dead. That's so sad.
Ooh! That me one nice one. It got done good. Just like marshmallow. So now Tiger feel good, right? He say, Anansi, give me one next mom, you know, just like that one just now. So Anansi now, tricky Anansi get one of the greenest mommy. When me hard like rock. So how Tiger want to eat that?
I don't know. It's just like a board you can't eat.
Yeah, because it's hard.
Just like a rock.
Like one rock.
Solid rock.
Yes.
I'm like a brick.
Many of these stories carry important life lessons, and Felix uses them to share valuable messages through the rich tapestry of Creole culture.
I think the lesson in this story is be careful who you trust. The story might sound convincing, whether in the tale of a door, but mine.
Then they set you up.
Then they set you up. Tiger ga with your dog, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana. Tiger ga with your dog, way down the Lemonal. Tiger ga with your dog, way down the Camalote. Tiger ga with your dog, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana. Tiger ga with your dog, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana. Tiger ga with your dog, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana, Mr. Banana.
Tiger ga with your dog.
The Creole protagonist also uses music to pass on the hidden messages to the younger generation. And in his home, culture is far more important than gadgets.
My picnic day, not spend a lot of time on no device. Because I want them to learn the culture, right? I want them to learn to value the heritage instead of make one laptop or one tablet or one phone entertain them. I entertain them. So I make the time to interact with my kids one lot and share the culture. Because if we know to pass it today, that's how the culture was dead. And like what Miss Lila asked, I want to know who say Creole no got no culture. We do. The baby they holla, the baby they ball, the baby they holla, the baby they ball, the baby want milk, the baby want change, the nakapa is sore, so be a sore, so be a sore, baby they holla, the baby they ball, the baby they.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
The digital gap, often called the gray digital divide, is a real challenge for older folks trying to navigate the digital world. Studies show this divide can lead to isolation, limited access to services, online vulnerabilities, and fewer learning opportunities. But there's good news. The University of Belize has teamed up with several organizations to tackle this issue head-on. Today, they brought together a room full of elderly individuals and service providers to get a better grasp of the needs and skills required to bridge this gap effectively. News 5's Paul Lopez has the full story.
Belize's elderly population, estimated at around 30,000, is quietly grappling with the challenge of keeping up with modern technology. Many of these seniors are fighting an uphill battle to stay connected in our fast-paced digital world. You have a device in your hand?
Yes, but it's not an extension of my hand. I just have it here because I was answering a call just now.
You're so like they're young people?
Oh, no. I don't check Facebook until late in the evening.
Meet Elenita Phillips, a retiree we caught up with at a senior digital literacy training hosted by the University of Belize in Belize City. These free sessions are designed to help seniors like Elenita unlock the power of technology, an area where many face challenges, as she shared with us.
I try to learn what I don't, and what I don't know, I try to ask the younger people who would have the knowledge of it. But a lot of times I like to train myself or to find out things for myself.
How hard is it to learn this device?
Sometimes it's hard when I want to do something on it that I haven't done before. Like I find I haven't learned to do scanning on the laptop, on the printer, because I don't have to do it. But every now and then something comes up that I would need to do to scan a document to send it, and then I say I wish I didn't put it off. I wish that I knew how to do it.
Cal Miller, the president of HelpAge in Punta Gorda, interacts with the elderly daily. He has come to understand the importance of bridging the technological gaps that exist among the elderly and how this can make their worlds a lot less lonely.
Especially in PG, a lot of the elders there, their daughters, their family live in the States. And so that's one of the only ways they can communicate, with them. And so helping them to learn this, bridge a gap in terms of communication with them and their family. I was just explaining to them that my mom got her sister sending for her, and so they sent her ticket online, and she was like, I guess I'm not going because I don't know how to do this. And so, it's things like that. A lot of the missing information, technology, it opens up a wider door to a whole lot of things. And some of our elders are left behind when it comes to things like that.
What's your thoughts on social media?
You have to limit yourself. You can't live on it, or else you wouldn't do anything else. I time myself on the computer and decide, okay, so much to check emails if I didn't do it on the weekend. Facebook, so much time to do that. Not a lot of time, because there's always something interesting to do.
So you communicate on Facebook?
Yes, a little. No, I am a stalker on Facebook. I see what other people post. I don't post. If somebody posts something nice that I like, I give the thumbs up. Sometimes people would post something that I don't like and I would want to comment, but I say no, I don't want to start any argument with anybody.
Phillips showed us that the technological tools at our disposal today can help to enhance the lives of our elderly population. A large part of the training also focused on teaching young people how to create a supportive environment when imparting essential digital skills to the elderly among us. We also spoke with the organizer, Arnulfo Canton.
Another skill that is very necessary is communication. How do you communicate with older citizens? How do you share information? How do you bring them within a space where you can impart practical skills? So we look at that as well. And we also look at reasons why it is very important for them to have this kind of skills, this kind of training skills, because it's different than when you would normally teach anybody else. You have to be more confident, you have to be very clear in your delivery, and you have to remember that you have to have patience.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
A mother and son in Belize City have lost everything after a fire broke inside their home on Friday night. Residents of Pelican Street Extension recall that around 10:30 p.m., Flames engulfed the two-story cement and wooden structure, resulting in severe damage to the contents of the house. Firefighters responded to the scene and were able to douse the flames and prevent the fire from spreading. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured in the incident. When we return, National Meteorological Service and NEMO monitors system in Southwest Caribbean Sea.
The Statistical Institute of Belize, in collaboration with UNICEF, informs the public that they will conduct the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey starting August 26th for approximately 14 weeks. During the survey, trained interviewers will visit randomly selected households nationwide. Each field worker will wear a mint green t-shirt with the Mix 7 logo and an official photo identification card. We thank you for your participation. For more information on the Multiple Indicator Cluster Survey, call us at 822-2207. The Statistical Institute of Belize, providing Belize with quality, objective, and timely information.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
What you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
It's been nearly 2 years since the People's Constitution Commission, PCC, kicked off its mission to thoroughly review Belize's constitution. They aim to engage with Belizeans through a public outreach campaign and deliver detailed recommendations to the Prime Minister. Originally, this project was supposed to wrap up in 18 months, but the Commission needed more time to gather and summarize public feedback. So in June, they got a 6-month extension. Now they're gearing up to present their final report to the Prime Minister in November. Here's News 5's Brittany Gordon with more on the challenges they faced along the way.
They didn't like the advice, and it wasn't anything technical or anything crazy. It was a basic fundamental, what your mandate is, you are not fulfilling your mandate. And they didn't like it, and within that week, we were both let go. Wow. Or we both separated. I don't want to say let go, because it wasn't the same thing between us. But within the week, we were both separated from the commission. Mm-hmm. Wow. And that's an indictment of the commission, not of the government. Yeah. The government did not pick those 27 people.
In 2022, the People's Constitution Commission was created for one purpose: to conduct participatory, inclusive, and transparent engagement with the people of Belize to inform recommendations to the government for an amended constitution. These recommendations aim to genuinely capture what the Belizean people truly want. Last month, Anthony Chanona, the chairman of the PCC, gave us an update on how things are progressing.
We have been meeting ever since we finished the public outreach, which was back in May 2024. And the process is to review what the people have said and formulating it. So as soon as that is completed and we are at the stage, we will come to the media. We are saying this will probably be around the 8th of October and present what we have done. So it's an important engagement, which I cannot go into any details at this time.
More than 22,000 people shared their thoughts for the report. Public consultations were the go-to method for the outreach campaign, although over 10,000 surveys were also used. Given the overwhelming number of the responses, the PCC got a 6-month extension in June to wrap things up.
People in Belize actually showed up at these sessions, participated in the call for papers, responded to the text blast. And so we were unable to collate all of that information within the 18 months. So the law provided for us to apply for a 6-month extension, and we are now to be finished on the 14th of November with the final report. But we will be producing an interim report with the first draft to all stakeholders so that there's some transparency and validation to the process.
The Commission is a diverse group, bringing together voices from worker and student unions, cultural councils, NGOs, and political parties. Their mission is to represent the different communities across Belize and be their voice. Kalev Orozco, the executive director for the United Belize Advocacy Movement, represents the LGBTQ+ community. He shared that the hurdles he faced on the commission make him doubtful of the report's success.
I will predict that we will go through the motions of talking to our stakeholders, supporting their recommendations, and the recommendations will be submitted to the Prime Minister. But it will be watered down based on the experience of the Political Reform Commission of 2000. There will be lots of delays with regards to the actual implementation of the recommendations that are either accepted or welcome. And we will continue to be erased.
Orozco maintains that the support of his community is a surface-level attempt at inclusivity that will not find its way into legislation.
What I notice is that they reassure themselves that as long as they offer me food, are you hungry? Or they are nice to me and say, hi, how are you doing? That somehow they're above those who are directly insulting. Being tolerated in a commission process is no example of being accepted in the legislative process.
In the early stages of the project, political scientists Dr. Dylan Vernon and Dr. Harold Young were brought on as consultants by the PCC. Dr. Young claims that their services were dismissed by the PCC because the commission did not agree with their recommendations. Like Orozco, he does not believe that the PCC is acting in alignment with its mandate.
The civic leaders did not engage. They did not read material that Dr. Vernon and I put to them to read that would have given them the groundwork to start thinking comprehensively and seriously about electoral reform in this country. They dropped the ball. They're happy to get out there. They're happy to get out there and criticize and comment and this is wrong and that. But when they were put around the table with the power of legislature, the legislature, law, an act, giving them the power to review the Constitution and make recommendations in a report to the Prime Minister, they dropped the ball.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Belize's national senior men's football team is gearing up for the Gold Cup with a fresh face leading the charge. Charlie Slusher took over as head coach in July, and since then, Team Belize has been making waves on the field. Last week, they crushed Anguilla at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan. Tonight, they're set to take on Turks and Caicos at the same venue. On Friday, head coach Slusher shared his thoughts on what to expect from the team tonight and their exciting journey to the Gold Cup.
We have on Tuesday night we play against Turks and Caicos Island, and again our key thing is that we want to, again when it comes to our standing for our next goal, we want to try to rank the #1 ranking team in the entire Group C, although we already went to B, but it's still a ranking process, so we need to score some goals against Turks so we could rank good. But for me, like I said, as a coach, I love to see the direction we are heading in, you know, especially with the time that we have. I think I started in July and we started, I think, camp later on. And when you're seeing so much positive things, yes, we cannot be perfect overnight, but you're seeing a lot of positive things. And like I say, I'm happy with the direction or the buy-in from our players, and you know, the trying to change the culture and trying to change the style of play, adapting to some of the things that I believe that can help us. And one of the things that we can surely help us is that in the past we would just lay back and wait to be slaughtered. No, we have to take the game to it. It doesn't matter who you are. We got to play pressure football. We have to pressure our opponent. If anybody watched the game, we didn't give that team any chance to build up any opportunity or to play. They had to really force the ball, and that's not. I say we don't want to play just against, but that's our playing style. We want to adapt, and like I said, we are very good at it.
The National Meteorological Service and the National Emergency Management Organization are keeping an eye on the Southwest Caribbean Sea for any signs of tropical cyclone. In a joint press release, they mentioned that while the chances of formation are currently low, near 0% over the next 48 hours and 30% within the next week, the situation could still change. In the worst-case scenario, a tropical depression or storm might form by Thursday or Friday, moving over northern Nicaragua or Honduras and weakening before its remnants pass over Belize late Friday into Saturday. This system could bring moderate to heavy rainfall. The NMS and NEMO emphasize that there's no need to panic. They remind everyone that we're still in the peak of the hurricane season, so it's crucial to stay informed by following official alerts and not getting swayed by rumors or misinformation from unofficial sources. Up next, cake making with my baker and chef.
a hurricane can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles. Secure loose outdoor items like furniture and grills. Board up windows and trim trees around your house. These simple steps can significantly reduce damage during a storm. Don't wait until the last minute. Be proactive and secure your home today. Remember, it pays to get it right with RFNG Insurance, a Road Group company.
Every moment of every day, crystal water is taste you can trust.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to the National MSME Roadshow 2024. Join us for free workshops in marketing using AI, finance, business planning, and customer service. Connect with financial institutions for access to finance opportunities, meet with key government agencies, and showcase your business at the Roadshow Expo in an effort to get more locals to buy Belizean. We will be in Orange Walk Town, June 13th to the 15th, PG, June 27th to the 29th, Corozal, July 11th to the 13th, Benque, July 25th to the 27th, San Pedro, August 15th to the 17th, Key Cocker, August 23rd to the 24th, Belmopan, August 29th to the 31st, Hopkins, September 13th to the 14th, San Ignacio, September 26th to the 28th, Tangriga, October 10th to the 12th, Placencia, October 18th to the 19th, and Belize City, October 24th to the 26th. Sign up today for the National MSME Roadshow. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Beltrade or call us at 880-3737. Sign up today for the National MSME Roadshow. Let's get your business on the road.
Bananas on the Beach, your gateway to local luxury. To book your stay, visit bananasonthebeach.com or contact reservations at 280-4726.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connections. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Coming up, a food odyssey like no other. Getting the most out of cruising. St. Lucia's Peaks, boosted businesses. Serving up the best, a great place to rest. Another take on shrimp. It's all next on this station.
There's a new player in town that's set to make life a whole lot easier for bakers and chefs, all without costing a fortune. Say hello to Ma Baker and Chef, a Mexico-based brand that's just launched its exciting range of bakery and confectionery products right here in Belize. These goodies are being brought in by Machete Limited, and today they teamed up with the manufacturers to host a hands-on training session in Belize City. This event wasn't just about learning the ropes, it was also a golden opportunity for the importers to showcase their products to major supermarkets and hoteliers from all over the country. News 5's Paul Lopez was on the scene and gave us the scoop on how this brand aims to elevate Belize's culinary scene. Here's his report.
Ma Baker and Chef is the latest bakery and confectionery brand to make a splash in Belize. And guess what? Bakers and chefs are already singing its praises.
They have a wide variety of products, and then it's a lot cheaper than other brands here in Belize, and it's a bit accessible for us to get in any store. It's not that we have to order or wait for an order to come in.
Ma Bakers and Chef products are manufactured in Mexico and imported by Machete Limited, a company led by Miriam Cal.
Ma Baker, in collaboration with us, brought in two very renowned chefs to come and introduce the usage of their products, right? And the many products that they have in their catalogs. So that's basically what they're here to doing, to answer questions for the bakers, for the home bakers, because we mostly have home bakers here in Belize that might have doubts about the product, or they want to know more about the product because some are already on the market. And in this way also we're introducing new products. If the bakers are interested, I will be bringing it back into the country.
Home bakers, supermarket reps, hotel and resort representatives all gathered in one room to get the inside scoop on how Ma Baker and Chef products can boost their businesses and delight their customers.
Guys, Ma Baker and Chef is one of the best brands in the baking industry, meaning they bring in a long selection of products for pastries in a whole.
So this one here?
So this one is edible markers. Yes, it's not markers that you can give your kids and they draw. It's edible markers. Yeah. So you can use it to write happy birthday and fondant, or maybe to decorate your cookies. You can be creative with this. So we also bring in luster dust. What is luster dust? Luster dust is basically paint, edible paint, in a dust form. So most bakers would mix it with vodka, a little bit, not much, and they would paint away their cookies. You can paint your flowers, you can paint your cake, your pastries, and that gives it a different color. If you're doing flowers, then you get these.
Color your flower.
Exactly. So your flower would usually be white because of the material that you're using. But then if you need a yellow rose, this is what you need to get. And you dust it off and it comes amazingly beautiful. Like the flower that we showed earlier, that is edible, that is dust with this one.
And those are just two of the many fantastic products that Ma Baker and Chef has in their lineup. The two bakers who flew in to showcase these goodies spent the morning crafting and decorating a stunning Christmas-themed cake. The end result? A vibrant, eye-catching cake display with sharp contrasts, perfect for the festive season.
As the chef just said, every product has a code at the back that can be scanned, and it will show them instructions on how to use it. And each one is made to make the baker's life easier and to save time. Like I'm just saying, time is the most limited resources we have. For example, she used the royal icing to create 3 different things. She used it as an adhesive for her figurine. She used it to make the snow effect. And then she added maybe more water to make it look like there's snow on the figurine of the trees. So the same product can be used different ways. So it's not just about introducing the product, but how it can be applied throughout.
Before today, these products were not available at supermarkets in Belize City. But during the demonstration, Public Supermarket committed to carrying all Ma Baker and Chef products in its grocery stores. The news came with applause from the audience.
We have 3 sizes of fondants. We have the large, we have the medium, which is this, and we have the smaller one. Now the smaller one is good. Why? People say, oh, it's small and then maybe need the whole pack. Yes, but not every time a baker needs to buy the whole 2 pound when they, especially if there's always something piece that they need. Maybe they don't need to make a lot of stuff with fondant, but they need fondant. You don't have to go and buy the whole 2 pound. You can buy the small one and just use it exactly for what you need.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.